joining us now, the director of the Greater West Blomfield Chamber of Commerce, Suzanne Levine. Morning, Suzanne.
Good morning. I'd like to have a cup of coffee and like some muffin out there or something. It sounds great.
Oh, okay. Listen, I got my coffee here, and that's the only reason after working last night in the studio till 11 o'clock and then driving out here early this morning. Thank goodness for this wonderful cup of coffee this morning. And it's good to share a cup of coffee with you here as we talk about what's going on in our community. And let's start with a big event you've got coming up in early June over at West Bloomfield Township Hall.
Yeah, on June 14th, we're so excited for our 9th annual health and wellness event. And we have some fabulous sponsors. And I have to give a special nod to West Bloomfield Township and Steve Kaplan, Debbie Binder. Oh my God, my brain just, who is really the power behind Steve. All the people there that help make this event fabulous. It's open to the public. There's still some tables available to rent. They can contact me at wbloomfieldchamber.com or westbloomfieldchamber@gmail.com. And it's such a great event because we have Orwell, Henry Ford, Athletico. We have all different kinds of free swag, which I know people love. There'll be blood pressure testing and some other surprises there. So come on down and, see what we can do to help sustain and prolong your life in a really meaningful and beneficial way.
Well, Suzanne, I've been doing my homework every year as I get ready for this event. I go on a diet before the event because I don't want to go in there and be like, having all my winter, extra weight with me. So I'm working really hard and I got a couple of more weeks, right? But you're right. It's a great opportunity. You just got to get those checkups. You've got to keep an eye on your blood pressure and your other vitals. And at the very least, good opportunity to do that. But there's always some people, and certainly we look forward to seeing the big names, but there's also some people that you might not be aware of that are doing some innovative things in healthcare or operating and opening new facilities that might be right around the corner from you. Maybe it's just meeting a new family dentist or some other specialist that is right in your neighborhood. You didn't even know what's there. So I encourage people watching, if they're in any area of healthcare, to get a hold of you and get a table. A lot of people show up. We'll be there broadcasting live. It's a great event. And, maybe the other really good part of it is just the opportunity to mingle with the other providers that are there too. All around, it's a great event. You've been doing many years.
Yes, 9 years. And it's been, and during the pandemic, things were kind of slower, but even last year, we had quite a few people show up. And so I'm expecting a large crowd. And it's really great because, for example, one of our new businesses, IV therapy and hydration, is going to be there to learn about how to, boost your immune system. We will have a dentist. We will have therapists there. We're going to have a lot of really great different medical and health professionals that maybe you never even thought about. And also the aesthetics, because we know it's better to look good than to feel good. And we want everyone to look marvelous. So,
well, everyone in West Bloomfield looks marvelous, but we're getting to that point where we need a little tune-up, and you look fantastic this morning, and listen, we guys aren't immune from all that kind of stuff either. Maybe we're getting as active as the ladies have been in that area.
Absolutely.
So always good to do everything you can and at least learn what's out there. And this is a great opportunity to do it. I applaud you for all the hard work that you and the others put into this. And again, the time and date at the West Bloomfield Township Hall, Suzanne?
It's 11 to 2, and it's really great because, we even going to have probably some, light food samples and water, but I know people love the swag. I mean, I know so there'll be a lot of, a lot of promotional items, and it is a great opportunity even for businesses to connect, because you never know what partners, might arise out of, meeting someone.
So let's shift gears and talk about businesses connecting. And you have an amazing event coming up, and it's not just for West Bloomfield. We're going to expand our geography a little bit with an afternoon event for business mingling. Tell people about it.
Excuse me, this is the second annual multi-chamber event. It's with the Lakes Area Chamber, the Novi Chamber, the Farmington Hills Chamber, and the Southfield Chamber. And it's a great event. It's going to be July 26th from 4 to 6:30 p.m. And it's $250 for a table. But what is great about it is that it expands the horizon of our chamber, and really, the way that I feel about it is not competition. I really believe that there is a place for every business, and some businesses belong to multi-chambers because you want to be able to do business with a variety of people, not necessarily just in your area. And we know that today people will drive to a beauty salon, to a doctor. So this is a great event to meet other people from other chambers. It's $15 if you're a chamber member in advance, $20 at the door, and $30 for non-chamber members. And last year we had several hundred people, but again, we were sort of coming out of the pandemic, so we're expecting an even larger crowd. It's a suburban showcase in Novi. So anyone that has been there, it's a fabulous venue, and there's a lot of room for people to mingle. There will be food. There is, I believe there's a cash bar, so there'll be more information. I know we're still in the process of creating a flyer, but we're really excited to have all these different chambers collaborate, because we know that it's important. We're stronger together, and I'm never afraid of competition. Competition is never going away. So I sort of feel like the more that I can offer our chamber members, the better it is for everyone.
No, this is outstanding. It's more opportunity for our chamber members to introduce their products to people in neighboring communities. It's more opportunity for you to network with other people. I mean, just because you happen to live on this side of Commerce Road or the other side of Commerce Road doesn't mean you can't do business with people. Look, we're so close to Novi. We are so close to Farmington Hills. This is great that we are all getting together. I really look forward to that. These, afternoon business affairs are great because you get the business out of the way. You have a cocktail. It's a nice, if you want, it's a nice social environment where you can meet some new people. And, that's how business happens. It's all about relationships. And then, on the other side, if you're single, it's not a bad place to mingle either, so these are fun events. And, these days, Suzanne, and I don't mind mentioning that, okay? Because these days, especially for people in my age group, and as you get older, it's hard to find, a lot of us are single. It's hard to find places to socialize, and you don't always want to, just go to some bar, So forgive me for promoting that,
No,
that aspect of it too.
Maybe that's something we do have. I changed it from young professional group because people said, well, I'm young at heart. So we're going to have like a professional entrepreneur group that will meet after hours. So anything I can do to help connect people, whether it's professionally or romantically. I'm like your mother, except I don't get the same eye rolls that I do for my kids. I'm happy to do that.
So we just got a couple of more minutes, and I've been so fired up lately about what's going on in our community and the development of our business district, specifically in West Bloomfield. And when I talk about that, I talk about the Orchard Lake corridor and that area there. And what's going on right now on that corridor, it's it's absolutely amazing. We've seen that corridor develop, but now it just keeps upgrading and upgrading. And with the Schuler Books edition, with Tesla coming in, with the development of some of the new restaurants, and those are just the things that we've been talking about over the past couple of months. That corridor is on fire. And Suzanne, it's not just growing, it's growing with the kinds of businesses that continue to make our community a special place. I assume you
Absolutely.
feel the same way.
Oh, I'm really excited. And May 20th is the official opening of the Schuler Bookstore at 9 o'clock in the morning. I was privileged to be able to go to like a soft opening, and that bookstore is incredible. It's really incredible. And I'm actually getting a private tour tomorrow. I'm really excited. May 31st is the official ribbon cutting at 9:30 in the morning. I'll be sending out a lot more information about that, but they are the nicest people to work with. And, I think there is a real yearning for going back to some of the ways that we used to have, like the bookstore, the old fashioned bookstore where you can go in and almost like a Cheers, where people know your name and they know your taste. And there's something about holding a book. And reading from a book, and they have like amazing different sections and they're going to have vinyl records, and we know there's a return to that because there's a quality that you get from vinyl that you don't get from, other forms of music. So we're really excited. I'm hoping to persuade them to get some sort of coffee shop in there. But they're going to have a lot of really exciting events. Maybe poetry readings and children's opportunities. And so I'm beyond excited because this adds a lot of cachet to our already fabulous community. And Tesla, what can we say about Tesla?
And have you been getting a hold of Elon Musk to make sure that he is going to be here for that that grand? I know you two are really good
yes,
friends, and probably talk on social media. So I've been
yes,
telling
yes.
everyone in the community every time we talk about Tesla coming in that we got to get along here for the grand opening.
Yes, yes, and I'm trying to buddy up to his gorgeous mother. I don't know if you've seen her. She's a former she is magnificent. So I figure her and I could go shopping together. That's going to be my in.
And we also have some amazing residential development going on all across our community. But as you drive down Orchard Lake Road and you see this new massive multi-family residential unit going on Orchard Lake Road, just north of Northwestern Highway. It's another thing that just speaks to the vitality of our community. So much
So
excitement going on. You really, I mean, it sounds crazy, but almost one of the most exciting places to be in West Bloomfield is a West Bloomfield Township planning meeting because, I know it's not for everybody. It gets a little dry, but yeah, there's so much work going on there and so many people interested in coming to our community. It's a great time to be in West Bloomfield. The community is thriving. Credit to people like you who are advocating, who are elected officials who are making it happen, and just everyone that lives here that makes this a place that people really want to be. Forgive me for being a little bit fired up about West Bloomfield, right?
no, I think that's awesome. We need all the cheerleaders we can get. And of course, I'm a big advocate for, living here, working here, playing here. So I think it's, as you say, it's a great time to be in West Bloomfield. Our schools, our library, our parks are unsurpassed. So this is a great time, and I encourage everyone to please support our local businesses. We have tons of really unique shops and restaurants. And we are just a really exciting community. I know that, Prime 29, that group, they invested not only in Nara, but in the Old Chow. They're going to be having a great Italian restaurant there. So it's just a really fabulous time to support our community. Coming out of the pandemic, it's really important. A lot of the businesses did not survive. So let's really do what we can to make sure that our community is here for our children and our grandchildren and beyond.
Suzanne Levine, thank you very much for joining us. We only got a couple of seconds left. You are the great matchmaker in our community. People want to get a hold of you. How do they do so?
They can contact me at wbloomfieldchamber@gmail.com, 248-626-3636. And the great thing is if you Google us, we come right up. So I get a lot of calls that aren't even related to the chamber, and I'm always happy to help anyone in the community.
All right. Thank you very much, Suzanne, for being with us. I appreciate it. Suzanne Levine, Greater West Bloomfield Chamber of Commerce.